Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. This is going to be a quick one of the custom Black Knight painted by Old Boy and Gang. And I gotta say, I absolutely adore this repaint. It's really very simple. It went from a shiny dark black to a more matte blackish silver. With the lights hitting it, it'll look a lot more silver. But as you can see, light from one side, then light off of it. It still maintains that semi-gloss. I don't know, it's a different black. While the other one was a deep, rich black, they repainted it into a nice, solid, matte, silvery black, which honestly I like a lot better. So this is not the normal Black Knight anymore. This one is a custom paint job, and because I can't paint, I wanted to thank Old Boy by doing a video. I know I don't review enough of you guys' stuff anymore, but I at least want to get around to taking pictures of it, and I do appreciate what you guys do for me. So thank you very, very much. The Black Knight comes with all the same painting, all the same articulation as the previous Mythic Legions. The arm can go about this far because of the armor pauldron cutting in here. Our arm could go down. It can still swivel around with no problem. We have our forearm swivel. They come with two types of helmet. This one is going to restrict a little bit of the movement simply because it comes down this way, so you won't be able to get all the way down, but you can get up somewhat. You can still tilt left and right. You can still turn all the way around with it. I left the plume in. I shouldn't have done that, but I left the plume in, and we'll talk about that in a second. As far as our ab crunch goes, we can go forward, we can go backwards. We kind of have that SHF Ryu look, where it just rotates in. And I can deal with that. I mess with that. I bangs with it. There's also a forearm twist, or swivel in this case, and our peg is on a horizontal peg, so you can get your flicker on. So without further ado, we go to the legs. With the legs, we can actually go really far out. This is where it gets a lot more. As you can see, you can lift the skirt up, and the legs can come all the way out. We have a thigh swivel, which it's probably going to be pretty tight because they repainted it. Yep, it was. So you have our thigh swivel. We have our leg that can lift up, and we have our super generous ankle pivot, which allows you to bust it wide open. So Black Knight really does look fantastic. I wish I knew how to edit. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I could show him side by side with the previously painted Black Knight. But if you want to Google it, you'll totally see it anyway. You can just Google Black Knight and you'll see it. But this one is indeed custom painted. So it looks really, really good. No matter what angle I put it in, no matter what light it chooses, I just love the way that this looks. I took a few photos of it with this custom head, and I'm gonna include that at the end. So let's continue talking. As far as weapons and stuff goes, we'll get our two pauldrons, which can fit on. I want to put these on slowly, so you can see the difference. So here it is with one side with a pauldron on, and then we're gonna tag this other one on. So with our pauldrons, we now complete our cool Black Knight look. I think the coolest thing about Black Knight, and kill me if you want, but I really like that they included a red one, bandolier. So we can wrap it around either the waist or the chest. But I like that it comes with red to match its plume. We have plain Jane swords in silver. We have our short sword. Then we have our long sword. Yeah. All that good jazz. And last but not least, we have an alternate helmet. This one also can fit the plume in as well. And it's really tight because they repainted it. But as you can see, we can fit our plume on there. Or you can have your guy right here just be helmetless. Plumeless, I should say. All in all, this is going to be a quick video. I just wanted to show just how cool this guy is. And I did want to show off the My Action Figure Customs Draven Head. Now, this one was painted by Dennis Darby, aka City of Grey Harper, over on Instagram, who was lovely enough to actually hit me up with an orange steelhide ages ago. I used a bit of sticky tack in there. Let's get that light in there. Use some sticky tack to fill it in, and our head kind of fits on. And I think that this fits the look of the Black Knight really, really well. I just wanted to sit down and talk about it because I want to do a haul unboxing of some stuff I also got from My Action Figure Customs. But this was painted by Dennis Darby, and I just wanted to make sure I showed off. I have another one coming from Nikki Nicole, and I'm excited to get my hands on that. So that's going to be exciting. Just want to show this off. In the meantime, though, let's jump into size comparisons. I know we already know what these guys are size-wise, but I like doing it, so let's keep doing it. Let's jump to it. Now, as far as size comparisons go, I mean, you usually know what you're getting with Mythic Legions, but just in case you stumble upon me by accident and this is your first video, we are now doing size comparisons. So let's compare them to some other Legions, and then we'll do some other lines. First off, up against another 1.0 body, his Scaphoid. who's going to lean forward because the sword might be a little too heavy for him. As you can see, they're just about the same size. The helmet makes him look slightly different. Now we're going to compare it to a 2.0 body. And this is a custom head, in case those are asking. Sorry, it's not a custom head. It is a kit bashed head from the Mezco Black Panther, dremeled out up against this. And then if you compare it to an ogre scaled character, here we are. So we've covered about most of the Mythic Legion sizes, right? Now, when you size this guy out up against some other stuff, this is where it gets a little tricky for some people. Me, I like to mix and match, so it's not that much of an issue, but I know it will be for others. Here we are against 1,000 toys. As you can see, they're much bigger, and I always hit the same light. Here we are with a Power Rangers Lightning Collection Omega Ranger. Let's get those feet flat. And the Lightning Collection stuff actually fares pretty well size-wise and like width-wise with Mythic Legions, which is pretty cool. Here we are with a Marvel Legends Moon Knight, whose cape is going to consistently get in my way, and I definitely need a cloth one for that. All right. Then we have a newcomer here, and this is because actually I don't have any female Figmas with me, but this is a male Figma body, and I want to get a female one. But I was super excited to get this Arthur prototype that he actually scales out pretty well against other armored characters in Mythic Legions. So that's pretty cool, and that's a Figma. Next up, we'll do the lovely SH Figuarts Cougar. So we'll jump into Cougar. And obviously Cougar's much smaller, but for me, I like to do that kind of stuff, so it doesn't really matter. And then last but not, oh, sorry, this isn't even last. But we do have Mezco Me, mimicking the Cougar pose from a different side. And one more thing I do want to jump in there is a couple more, actually. We're going to do an Articulated Icons Ninja. And these guys are just about the same size as SHF, if not a little bigger. But one thing I always like to team up with Mythic Legions is going to be Predator and Aliens, because they just fit that lore really well. And this guy's pretty big. I've had him standing for the longest, so he's probably going to flop around a little bit. So yeah, as you can see, he's gigantic, but I do like the scaling of it. So yeah. Overall, this has been a really fun repaint. It's been even more fun to add custom heads on and just make up my own lore, which is part of the fun for me. If you can get your hands on some Mythic Legions, as I was saying before I rudely got disconnected, because Pharaoh called me. So Pharaoh, when you see this video, just know you messed it up. No, seriously, if you can get your hands on some Mythic Legions at the base price that go up on Store Horseman, if you follow the Source Horseman website, you should get a chance to at least try one of these out. I think that everyone would have a little bit of fun benefiting from trying out new things and just getting used to just trying out cool mythical lore. But if you don't want to check it out, I think that's totally fine too. It's really on you. But as always, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it informative. And as always, please be good, do good, drink your water. Later.